Jumping right into this, yet again, I'm showing you guys the metabolic conversion graph so it can finally stick in your heads, along with how our macronutrients get metabolized and work in unison to provide energy. Today, we'll be focusing on fats and how each part gets broken down. As you can see, an over-excess in fat metabolism can lead in ketones being formed, which will cause the body to become more acidic, and it's absolutely exactly what you do not want. A fat is commonly known as a triglyceride and is composed of two parts. It has the fat parts, which is a 3 fatty acid along with a glycerol backbone to hold the bond together. Cool thing about fats is that they're actually able to enter the Krebs cycle from 2 different pathways to provide us with energy. So the first pathway it may follow, because of its glycerol backbone, is right before it becomes pyruvate, specifically at 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, where at this point the molecule will dehydrate with its specific enzyme and will cause a bifurcation to produce 2 pyruvate sugars that will then enter the citrate cycle, also known as Krebs cycle, releasing its hydrogens and allowing NAD and FAD to pick up these hydrogens to bring them to the electron transport chain and interact with its enzymes that are called cytochromes. These molecules that are at the cytochromes will then go through oxidative phosphorylation and produce 19 ATP molecules of energy. Now, the second pathway it may follow is beta oxidation. And this is because the fatty acid will then enter glycolysis within the mitochondria and produce acetyl-CoA straight away. Depending on the length of the free fatty acids, specifically the amount of CC bonds or carbon-carbon bonds, that will determine how many ATP molecules will be produced. So, for example, one carbon-carbon bond that forms the saturated fatty acid will get broken off, and that will form one acetyl-CoA, one NADH, and one FADH2. So, for example, if we have a free fatty acid that has an 18-carbon chain, saturated fat, it can produce 147 ATP molecules. Now, for you guys out there that still believe in doing a ketogenic diet is the best, I highly suggest that it's because you do not truly understand the science and are just hearing all the benefits that there are over the internet without actually understanding what is occurring. I'm here to say it is not the best option unless you truly understand what you guys are doing. So as you've seen throughout the series, we need carbs to produce energy in the body. In Krebs cycle, for oxaloacetate to be produced within the Krebs cycle, we need pyruvate. And pyruvate is only derived from the protein alanine, as well as primarily glucose, which you've seen in my past videos. As well, the 2 most vital metabolic reactions that occur in the body that use carbohydrates are the brain and your red blood cells for energy. Now, I'm not saying you can't use fats for metabolism. I strongly believe in intermittent fasting and increasing the release of growth hormone from the anterior pituitary gland. This has plenty of benefits and has shown through studies to allow the utilization of fats for energy and aid in weight loss. Yet, consuming very minimal and sometimes not enough carbs from a ketogenic diet or just doing a low-carb diet negatively impacts your peripheral vasculature and cardiovascular system. You may be losing the weight and you may be looking better, but you are damaging your system internally more than you know. So in my view, if you truly do not understand what you are doing and how to play with your macros and food, I highly suggest not to follow this diet and just to stick to a clean diet. With having carbs prior to your workout and post-workout, and just simply eating clean and less carbs throughout the day. Again, just making sure that you have your carbs before and after your workouts. That's honestly the best way you can maximize on losing the fat, along with doing cardio in the mornings, fasted as well. This is how you will burn that excess fat that you guys have, not by decreasing carbs, because carbs are not the enemy. I hope you guys enjoyed that video on fat metabolism. That is going to be everything that there is to cover on macros. I will touch upon a few things as I continue within the series. Now we're going to go into that formula that I showed you guys in my first video that was on protein, the Fick equation. We're going to get into a little bit of vitamins and how they help with our body. And I want everything to tie in for the end of the series. Hit that like button down below. Click the bell. I think it's on this side, so you guys can know whenever I post my videos. I will be posting more frequently, so you guys will be able to get more content that I'm going to provide for you guys. put in the comments below. I'm doing Q&A number 2 coming up, so if you want to be in the third one, ask your questions down below. Share this with your friends, your family, learn from it. I want you guys to really understand everything that there's to do about food, and then how you guys can play with yourself so you don't have to go on the internet and scramble through a whole bunch of articles that say yes and no and this and that. Everything is here laid out for you guys in the diagrams so you can understand it. Remember guys, stay healthy, stay fit, grow, be creative, open your mind, be open to new things, okay? Just because I'm vegan doesn't mean you guys have to be vegan. Just have a healthier lifestyle. Stay away from all that processed stuff, all that sugar, all the breads, all the everything like that. Once in a while it's fine, but to have it all day, every day is really bad. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.
Shaping everywhere, girl, you know normal. You, me, a prayer, wind up in the corner. Putting on a show, have a place for your performance. Walk up, back a sheet.